Today I'm going to do a painting of a Matilija poppy. And I've done a tracing already. I traced it off of my monitor. I made it the size that I wanted it to be to match my paper. And now I have it on some tracing paper. So what I'm going to do is use transfer paper to put it onto my paper. I didn't draw the leaves or things like that. This is my transfer paper. I'm just going to transfer it down. I'm going to do this painting in 2 sessions. Next week I'll work on it too, because it takes stages. So starting at one side, I'm going to start down here. I'm going to trace it and go over the line with a darker graphite. And I'm checking just to make sure it's transferring before I get much further. I don't think you can see it, but I can. So I hope you're painting too. I hope that you'll be getting something started, because this will be in stages. And even if you don't finish it all this week, it'll be good for you to get something going. So while I'm transferring it, you could be doing the same thing, getting yours ready. I'm mainly going around the outside. Yeah, we don't need lots of background noise. For the first wash of color, and I have to make up the rest of this petal because it's missing in the photo. For this first part, I really mostly need to get the outside edge primarily, although I do want to get what the center orange part is, because I'm going to put that in my initial wash. It was in another class that someone told me that you can have yourself muted, and then when you want to talk, just press the space bar on your computer and it will unmute you. So that's a good idea for people that, you might forget that you're not muted. That way you can very easily activate your sound by using your space bar. I don't know if that works on an iPad or things like that.
I tried it, and you have to hold it down, but it doesn't last. Goes back to
talking. You have to hold it down, right?
Yeah. If you want to unmute, you have to hold the space bar down and keep it down. Hold it down.
But in a way, that's nice, because that means that you can't walk away and forget it.
And you might not talk as much because it takes more effort.
The iPad, you just push a button and it goes on and off.
Okay. All right, I'm just going to check my
that space bar is more like a walkie-talkie, which I think is a good idea, so people just can't leave themselves unmuted.
Right. Or for people who have other people coming into the room, things like that.
When I took Laura Denny's class one summer, she's really strict about keeping yourself on mute, keeping yourself muted so that, there's no background noise. She's very strict about it. Yeah. You're so nice to let everybody talk.
Yeah, well, I don't want to be that strict. I'm sort of, I'm not a very good disciplinarian. I expect people to be to self-discipline. And
Good luck.
I guess that's why my daughter is so well disciplined, because I didn't discipline her. She disciplines herself. And she had a lot of practice. But
Good God, you mean you think we're grown-ups?
well, I did assume that when it said for older adults.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, I have a lot to learn. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out where the stem for this thing goes. I think it comes down this way. I don't think I could teach in an elementary school.
So I have a question. This is Donna. The part I like the most about Brenda's work is her unique background with all of those colors popping through and all of those shapes of stems and holes and everything.
Uh-huh.
Yet she kind of skipped that whole part that I wanted to see the most.
The part where she put the shading on the flowers.
No, not the shading, that background where she developed after many layers, all those different levels of tones in those stems and in those leaf shapes that she's so famous for. She kind
Oh.
of didn't have time to show us all those layers and how she thought about making the negative painting that I would have liked more in depth, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to try and copy one of hers and see if I can emulate it, and then maybe I can put it in my own work. I don't know, but
She
I was
wants
a little
to take her
disappointed because
workshop.
that's the part I wanted to see.
Yeah, I know. She wants you to like take her workshop. I think she has a video too.
Yeah, she has a video, a book, workshop. So she's giving you a tease so you can sign up for something.
Cheryl, have you taken a workshop from her?
No, I haven't.
I know she's been in Santa Barbara, but I think the one she did there was a plein air workshop.
Oh, yeah, I have not taken anything from her. It would be good for me to learn more of that kind of painting. I tend to just paint so perfectly everything, and to be more loose like that would help probably a lot.
Well, your paintings are beautiful. You don't have to do it like her.
Yeah, but I like to try new things. I'd like to.
It's healthy.
Yeah.
I just love how you gave us 3 completely different viewpoints on how to do white flowers.
Well, because
Now I'm totally confused.
now you're confused. Well,
No, I like all of them. I have to see which one I want to do.
you know what I plan to do? I'm going to just start, and whatever comes through, from what we've seen is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to like try to do a particular one. I'm just going to paint. And
Don't belabor it. Yeah.
hope that it all came together in my head.
So you might be my guardian angel in the end.
So I'm going to do like she did by choosing manganese blue hue to start with. So I'll put some of that right here. Well, I'll start it up here. And I don't have any, did she use Cad Yellow Deep? Is that what she used? Seemed
Yeah.
like it,
That was it.
but I don't have any, so I have just Cad Yellow. Oh, and of course I haven't opened it for so long, it won't open. So let me get a pliers.
She used Hansa Yellow Deep and Permanent Yellow Deep, and also later Quinn Gold.
Sylvia stepped away, so you could repeat that when she gets back, that it's Hansa Yellow Deep.
What was that? I missed what you said. Was it about yellows?
Yeah, she used Hansa Yellow Deep and Permanent Yellow Deep.
Oh,
And then later she used Quinn Gold and Quinn Burnt Orange.
okay.
And also manganese hue.
Yeah.
Was the blue.
I don't have any of the deeps. I just have them that say the regular color, not deep.
Let's just have more orange in them, more red.
Yeah. And I think I'll put some quinacridone gold on here. I won't use it for the first layer, but I'm going to put some on here. Okay. And then she wet her paper a lot, right? Oh, I still need one more color. Let's see. What was the third color she used?
That was a manganese hue.
Well, I've got that. What was the red? Did she have a red?
She had the Hansa Yellow Deep.
Oh, she had manganese blue, Hansa Yellow Deep, and then she had one other one.
Quinn
Permanent yellow.
Gold, quinacridone gold.
No,
And
permanent
she-
yellow was the first that she started out.
And she later added Quinn Burnt Orange,
Yeah.
but I
So
didn't
she
see any
have a
red.
Red. She didn't even have a red that she
No.
had for her initial wash, right?
No, it's just Hansa Yellow Deep.
And her manganese blue. Okay.
Hue, yeah.
Mhm. But first you need to wet your paper. See here. Oh, I didn't rub my kneaded eraser over it. I've got some pretty dark lines. Oh, well, I'm just gonna do it. I'll just have to make my background go up to that.
But I think I bet you that the transferred, yeah, look how it's coming up just with the
Yeah.
water. I
Yeah,
think the transferred powder is not strongly attached to the paper
she was saying that the yellow is what seems to set.
to encase them.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
soften it like that. Okay, so I wonder if that's enough or if I need to put more water on. I guess you need to let it soak in a little bit. I don't want to wash away my drawing. Okay, so I'm going to do a similar thing that she did, which is to have more greens down here toward the bottom and more blues up toward the top. So as I start this, I'm going to think about I don't have any drawings for leaves or stems. I'm just gonna have to make those up, but to start with, I want to put in. I'll start with some blue and, oh, she said, make sure you do your puddles first. I didn't do that. Well, I guess that means I'll just have to wet my paper again, doesn't it? And she said the consistency of whole milk. Which is interesting to me because when I paint with gouache, I paint with it on the consistency of heavy cream. Did you see how Yang Chen just mixed his colors right into his main pigments? I don't want to do that. Actually, the milky stuff is here in this thing. Get some of it out. Okay, I'm going to use a different brush. Well, this is really, really yellow. But when it's on wet paper, it dries lighter, so. And you know what? I'm going to get a little bit of cat orange too, because I want to have a little more of a glow of that orange in there. I'm not going to just stick with her colors. I'm going to use what I want to use. You should do the same.
Good.
I did note that most of her colors were very transparent.
Well, that's true. I better be careful about well, but she used cad yellow deep, right?
She may have, I don't remember. I
I
came in
thought you
late.
said Hansa.
And so,
Oh, Hansa. Oh dear. Okay. Then maybe
And she said she liked Daniel Smith colors, which are mostly transparent.
Yeah, enhanced is semi-transparent.
Hansa. Maybe I should be using it. Maybe I don't. I have Naples yellow.
Naples yellow is definitely relatively opaque.
Yeah.
It's got white in it.
Yep.
Windsor orange.
you could add a transparent red in with your yellow to get your orange.
I bet Windsor orange would be really good. I think that's a benzimidazolone or something.
That'll look nice for the centers.
Yeah.
Okay. It's dried up in the tube. I get some out anyway.
Or Carolyn maybe, but it says Windsor on it. It's a modern pigment and it could be more transparent.
Okay. Well, I should look at my yellows and just see, because I don't want to use an opaque. That'll defeat the whole idea.
The most transparent yellow, I think, is Aurelian or Aurelian, however you say it.
Yeah,
Aureolin, if you have that.
it's not a deep yellow, but if I mixed it with the cat orange, or I don't mean cat orange, the
But
Windsor.
it does give a glow.
Yeah, the Aureolin does.
Yeah, it also goes brown over time.
Well, this is for a demo, so I'm not worried about that. So
I
here's
have some very old Aureolin on my palette that hasn't gone brown on me yet. You know, we're talking 40-year-old paint.
It's not in the direct sunlight, huh?
Right.
Okay, I'm putting the Oriole in here too. So probably today I'll just get the underpainting done, but maybe what I'll do is, well, we'll see how it goes. All right, there's a little bit of color that got on here. Okay, so I'm gonna wet it again. Maybe I should have switched to the Fabio technique because of the time.
That would be fine too.
It's a glorious technique.
Okay. So I'm going to, oh dear, I did something I shouldn't have done. I dipped my brush in water. I can't seem to help doing that. Get some of this water out of the bottom here. I don't want to get those backflows. Oh, wait, that was a petal. See, already I lost my, I can't see my drawing. I think I should make it look like there's maybe some more flowers back in here. Too much water. Oops. I think having the stretcher frame makes it a little more of a challenge because the water pools up next to the edge. Oh, there's already some green in my yellow. I'm gonna put a little bit of the orange in it slightly. I mean, it's the cad yellow. See. I'm looking at where some of the leaves are. Because even though this is the first layer, I want to make sure I get some greens in there. I'm using a tissue just because some of this really is a little too the wrong color. I don't know what these little specks are on here. I must have had some little pieces of cardboard or something. Guess it won't matter if it's a dark background there. I want to get some of this, the wetness to go blow back this other way. So yeah, I'll go like this. Okay. It probably wouldn't hurt for me to use the hair dryer just a little. It looks like some fried eggs on the page.
Well, that's what I thought when she was painting. The
That-
very same thing.
I'm doing it right then.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put it on mute so you don't hear the hair dryer. Let's see, where did I? Got to try to find my mouse. I just noticed I forgot to put some yellow in one spot. Up in here. And maybe a little more up in here somewhere too. So I'm just taking a little time to put in some of the places where I know I need some yellows. Of the shape. So I'm going to mix up some French ultramarine with my lemon yellow, I guess. Not lemon yellow, aureolin.
Hansa Yellow Deep is PY65. It's an aerolid yellow. It is a true Hansa.
Oh, okay.
It looks a lot like
But it's a
Gamma
different,
Rouge,
yes.
or Indian yellow. It's a nice orangey yellow.
Oh, I
Yep.
have Indian yellow, I think.
The advantage of the Hansa Yellow Deep, you know, it's a Daniel Smith color that she loves, and it's a single pigment color.
And while she was doing the video for Daniel Smith also.
Right, exactly.
It
And the
does-
permanent yellow deep is an oranger yellow. And that is PY110, which is an Indo-Linone. Oh, anyway, you get the idea.
Well, that would be close to your cadmium, your orange, your tube orange.
And the Hansa is semi-transparent, and the permanent yellow deep is transparent. So she was really relying on transparent pigments.
See, I don't want to get too into details in this either. So let's see. I don't want to get too picky. Let's see if I could separate these images so that I can see both at the same time. Oh, that might be a little too dark. I think I made a mistake here. Trying to look at the shapes of the petals. Well, I guess it's time to quit.
Are you having fun?
No,
That's what I thought.
no, I'm not. I don't know if I don't know if it's, for me, it's more stressful to be trying to do something someone else has been
Yeah, of course.
doing.
Yeah, that really.
It's
That is right. It is hard. And it feels stressful.
Yeah, I don't know if I like doing that after all.
No, I feel the same way. That's why I'm glad you gave us 3 choices and we kind of like do our own thing in the end, right?
Right. And I have to remind myself of that too. You know, I'm just trying to do something I haven't done quite the same way before.
I
I'll leave
think all
Try.
art teachers are brave people, you know. It's
Oh, yeah.
easy for us to sit back and be armchair critics, but I tip my hat.
Really, really. You're so brave and you just show us how it is. Just cold turkey. Watch me.
Bit of a masochist or something. I think I'm gonna.
Well, there is that too, yeah.
I'm gonna sprinkle some salt on him. Yeah, I can't resist that, you guys. I'll make it my own.
You definitely should.
Yeah, and I don't really like the shape of this petal down here either. I'm just gonna have to deal with that. I'll be doing another layer, so
Yeah. And the darks will come in. You can still make a different shape
right,
slightly.
like up in here, I wanna
Hmm.
make some.
And even on the video, she said she was feeling rushed, you know. So,
True. And she did a lot of those, you know, ahead of the video. She had the different stages already
yeah.
painted.
He cheated.
Well, if we want to do it more literally to like her, we can always go back and look at her video.
That's right. And I don't really want to. I want to use some of what she does, like the negative space painting and the layering. But I don't want it to look like hers, of course.
I'm intrigued by her palette, her colors, because some of them, it looked like Thomas Schaller to me in some respects, with a high reliance on transparent colors.
Oh, yeah. You know, she has a whole notebook that she's filled with. It's like what you do, Tim, where she's got all the numbers of the pigments and everything. She showed that in one of the videos I was looking at.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, I'm just going to leave it for now. It's not a bad start. It's got, you know,
Oh.
things that I want to change, but I've got another couple layers, right?
You've actually mixed some beautiful blues and greens and I mean, lovely colors in there. Some you'll keep.
Yeah, and they're not too heavy yet. That's a good thing about kind of building it up like this,
Hmm.
is that they're not heavy. You can gradually build those up.
Hmm. No, I applaud you. This was not an easy venture at all.